Welcome to this video series, where we'll be diving deeper with our APN partners into their specific use cases and how they can help you as a customer on AWS today. I'm Trevor Hansen. I'm a Senior Partner Solution Architect with Amazon Web Services. Joining us today is Chris Dunlap, Senior Solution Engineer from HashiCorp, an advanced tier partner. HashiCorp holds the DevOps and container competency within the AWS Partner Network, or the APN. The APN is a partner program for technology and consulting businesses who leverage Amazon Web Services to build, market, and sell their products and services to mutual customers. Whether you are just beginning to build your AWS-based business or you're expanding it, there are APN programs to help you grow and succeed. I'm going to hand over to Chris from HashiCorp for us to dive deeper into the specific use case.
At HashiCorp, we focus on cloud infrastructure automation and accelerating the application delivery lifecycle. We break this problem into 4 distinct components that align with our tools: provisioning with Terraform, securing with Vault, connecting with Consul, and running with Nomad. These tools provide consistent workflows that allow us to deliver applications faster by transitioning from manual processes and ITIL practices to self-service automation, cloud-native applications, and DevOps practices. AWS gives you the power to iterate over rapidly changing environments. Servers and containers come and go. They move across region and distribution groups, and somehow they need to discover and securely connect to one another. Consul provides this critical network automation through turnkey integration in the AWS ecosystem. The starting point for networking with Consul is typically a common service registry. This would integrate health checks and provide DNS and API interfaces to enable any service to discover and be discovered by other services. Consul is the most widely deployed service discovery solution on AWS today. Consul is not tied to a specific platform or runtime, is distributed as a single binary, and can run across all your AWS environments. Cloud metadata on AWS facilitates seamless bootstrapping of Consul workloads. Consul is also deeply integrated with AWS's native registry capabilities, such as AWS Cloud Map. Service discovery makes the network serve the needs of the application, eliminating slow manual processes that were required to keep networks up to date. Consul and AWS can replace those processes with self-service automation. In a sophisticated environment, Consul provides a distributed service mesh to connect, secure, and configure services across geographies and platforms, whether it be across AWS regions, AWS platforms, or back on your on-prem data centers over Direct Connect. Connect, Consul's service mesh, builds on Consul's service discovery to improve security by fine-grained authorization via mutual TLS, increase productivity to allow automated changes and low network overhead, reduce cost by reducing the proliferation of network appliances, and simplify networks by pushing authorization and traffic management to the edge. These benefits can help you achieve zero trust in your network. AWS powers some of the world's largest workloads, and Connect is designed to scale to data centers with tens of thousands of machines and support a multi-data center topology with hundreds of sites. The data path is completely distributed, and data flows directly between proxies or applications without interacting with the central control plane, avoiding a central scaling bottleneck. Consul supports automatic discovery on the AWS cloud environment. Apps and services can leverage their AWS IAM profiles to securely bootstrap and automatically join Consul clusters. Once joined, Consul provides a simple DNS and API interface for registry access. Consul service discovery can be leveraged on EC2, ECS, Lambda, EKS, and more. The AWS Cloud Map and HashiCorp Consul integration enables users to extend service discovery across AWS environments with a seamless service discovery experience for both native and non-native AWS environments that can easily be incorporated into their existing workflows. Those operating within AWS-only environments can now utilize resources located outside those environments like on-prem data centers, and Consul can gain greater visibility of services created by AWS. One of the primary query interfaces to Consul is the DNS interface. You can configure Consul DNS in Kubernetes using the stub domain configuration if using kubedns, or a proxy configuration if using core DNS. Once configured, DNS requests in the form of Consul service name.service.consul will resolve for services in Consul. This pattern allows for smooth transition between containerized and non-containerized apps with Consul. As workloads mature, you can turn on service mesh capabilities. For more advanced containerized workloads, Consul can provide mesh capabilities with an API-driven control plane, which integrates with proxies for the data plane. Connect has first-class support for Envoy. This allows critical functionality like naming, segmentation and authorization, and routing to be handled by proxies at the edge rather than using centralized middleware in your EKS clusters. Mesh gateways enable routing of Connect traffic between different Consul data centers. These data centers commonly map to AWS regions such as US East 1 or US West 2. Often, AWS environments, runtime environments, span multiple areas, where general interconnectivity between all services and all data centers isn't feasible. For example, multiple EKS clusters with overlapping IP spaces. These gateways operate by sniffing the SNI header out of the Connect session, and then route the connection to the appropriate destination based on the server name requested. The data within the Connect session is not decrypted by the gateway. This helps us deal with the common problems like overlapping IP spaces and traditional firewall rules that don't very easily traverse these boundaries. This is especially true for AWS cloud to on-prem workloads where legacy IP spaces are already defined. Consul has a large community and is our most widely downloaded tool at HashiCorp. Launched in 2014, Consul now has over 500 contributors and over 12,000 GitHub stars with over 1 million monthly downloads. Consul open source is trusted by some of AWS's largest customers. You can learn more about how these organizations use Consul in the video description. To thrive in an era of cloud computing, driven by digital transformation, enterprise IT must evolve from ITIL-based gatekeeping to enabling shared, self-service processes for DevOps agility. The network is no exception and is often the most difficult component to accelerate. As you transition from static to dynamic infrastructure on the AWS cloud, Consul provides the functionality you need to connect and secure your services across multiple AWS regions and back to your on-premises data centers. Consul on AWS allows you to rapidly build and catalog services across your AWS fleet. Dedicated load balancers are not a scalable approach, and the Consul Service Registry provides the foundation for scalable east-west traffic management across AWS. Consul on AWS allows you to rapidly build and catalog services across your AWS fleet. Dedicated load balancers are not a scalable approach, and the Consul Service Registry provides the foundation for scalable east-west traffic management across AWS. As your workloads evolve, you can selectively roll out Consul Connect's mesh capabilities for zero trust networking on AWS. You'll be deploying faster than ever without the burden of never-ending firewall rules and their IP spaces, and with all the benefits of secure service segmentation.
As you guys can see, Consul is a really powerful tool for service discovery, regardless if you're a small company or an enterprise company migrating into the cloud. One of my personal favorite things is that agent sidecar that sits within your application and providing that mutual TLS communication between the different agents. Chris, where can people go if they have further questions, if they want to dive deeper into specific use cases using Consul today?
Yeah, please check out our Consul Quick Start Guide on HashiCorp.com.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for taking the time to dive deeper into Terraform, Vault, and Consul in this 3-part video series. We hope you guys found this video series informative. If you have any further questions or would like to dive a bit deeper, please check out the link in the description below, and thank you for watching.